Human beings are fickle. We are all fickle. I could be watching somebody and they could be an expert, but maybe I don't like the way they look, or I don't like the way their voice sounds. They could have the best video production. It could be perfection. They could be incredibly knowledgeable on the topic, but I just can't stand they have a screechy voice, and I don't like that, and that could turn me off, because this is hard. This is really challenging, man. 6 months later, 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, you can get views. You know, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views and even millions of views. And I built up to around 20,000 followers. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Super Vlogs with Phil. If you like adventure vlogs, give me a follow and remember to hit that notification bell. Today I want to talk about starting a new channel and getting views, and what you should expect and what you shouldn't expect. Many of you are going to think that you're going to start a channel and all of a sudden you're just going to get thousands and thousands of views, that it's going to be easy, because you're an interesting person and you have a lot to talk about. You have specific knowledge about a certain subject that other people are going to want to hear about. And all of your friends, you have a lot of friends, you have a big family, and everybody's going to be interested in what you have to say. They're going to want to hear what you have to say, and they're going to comment. They're going to be there for you. They're going to share your videos. They're going to support you. Your best friends will be your biggest fans on social media. If you believe any of that, you are in for a rude awakening. A lot of your friends and family are probably not going to support you. Some of them will, and a lot of them won't. And that's okay. That's completely normal. Don't expect that from them, and don't give them a hard time about them not supporting you, because they've got their own life and they're really busy. They are really, really busy, and you should respect that. And plus, you want to find your real audience. You can have a great friend, and maybe they're just not interested in what you have to talk about, and that's okay. It doesn't mean they're not interested in being your friend. They might not even really be into social media. They may not be into watching YouTube videos the way that you are. They may not see the value in it. So unfortunately, that's the reality. And people's attention spans are shorter than ever, especially with short form content. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. You have less than 2 seconds to make an impression, because people are swipe, 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 swipe. And you have to grab their attention. We are so distracted. So many things are going on around us. It is hard to do anything. I mean, I find myself watching a really good TV show and it's hard to stay off my phone. And I'm someone that's really into watching TV. I love good film. I love good TV. And I still find myself having trouble at times. I'm looking for my phone. I'm searching for something. I got to look that up on the web. I've got to, Google this. I got to order that from Amazon. There's just lots of distractions, man. YouTube wants you to succeed. When you succeed, you make them money. When you get monetized, you make them money. So they're not against you. You're not shadow banned. You're just new, and you have to put in the work in order to get out in front of enough people. Every time they push you out, you're getting in front of more people. Even if it's just 5 people at a time, 10 people at a time. But over the course of a couple of years, that's a lot of people, man. Even if you're just getting in front of 5 new people a day. If 2 of those people like your content, that's a lot. Over the course of a year, that's a lot of people, man. That's a lot of people. All you need is 1,000 real fans, 1,000 real subscribers to get going. You just have to press record and you have to keep trying. You have to put yourself out there. And I've said this before, try to get 1% better each and every day. That's all you need. Get 1% better each and every day. And you want to talk about stuff that you are passionate about, or something that you really have a lot of knowledge, that you are an expert on. Something that's somewhat effortless for you to talk about. Because this is hard. This is really challenging, man. It can be hard when you put hours and hours and hours into making a video and you get 5 views, 10 views, a couple days go by. Nobody's watching it. It's tough, it's hard, and you cannot let that get to you. These videos have the ability, on YouTube specifically, to be evergreen, meaning that you can get views 6 months later, 2 years later, 5 years later, 10 10 years later you can get views. You can't do that on Instagram Reels, on TikTok, or on Shorts yet, as of yet. Just because it didn't get views right away doesn't mean that it wasn't good. It could just take a few years for the people to discover your content. And more than often, that's how it is. Play the long game. It's all about the long game. That's what I do, man. If I stay at 100 followers on here for the next 2 or 3 years, I'm still going to be making videos. Will it be tough? Yeah, absolutely. Even though I love doing this, if I'm hardly gaining any ground, it's going to get tough. And I'll give you an example on my TikTok. My TikTok, I started back in 2020, during the pandemic, like many people. And at first I was getting views just doing the silly trends like many other people. You know, sometimes hundreds of thousands of views and even millions of views. And I built up to around 20,000 followers and got monetized. And then all of a sudden, and this has been going on for like a year, I have trouble breaking 500 views on that app. I have trouble getting any traction. Maybe I've been shadow banned. I don't know. On the other apps, on Instagram, I still do really well. I have 41,000 on one of my Instagram accounts. Same reels that I would post on TikTok, I would post on my Instagram, and they would take off. They would do really well. So maybe some of it is luck with these algorithms. But my point here is with the short form content, it's much more competitive because everybody's making short form videos. It's a lot harder to make a YouTube video that's 5 minutes long, that's 10 minutes long, that's 30 minutes long. It's a lot more work to hold somebody's attention span for 10 minutes, for 30 minutes. It's not easy, but there's less competition. And don't get me wrong, it's still very competitive. It's competitive as hell. There's a lot of money out there to make. A lot of people are wicked smart, they're really good, so the competition is fierce. But that's another thing you shouldn't let get to you, because human beings are fickle. We are all fickle. I could be watching somebody and they could be an expert, but maybe I don't like the way they look, or I don't like the way their voice sounds. They could have the best video production. It could be perfection. They could be incredibly knowledgeable on the topic, but I just can't stand they have a screechy voice, and I don't like that, and that could turn me off. That being said, you could put something up, and maybe you're not the expert that this person is, but maybe there's something about you that's charming and engaging that people like, and they want to see that. Or you remind them of someone in their life, their father, their mother, their brother. You remind them of someone, and that's why they want to watch you. It could be as simple as that. They're relatable. You're relatable to them. So don't get caught up in the small stuff, all the details. The videos don't have to be perfect. It's a tough career path. Most people do not understand it. They don't get it. It takes a tremendous amount of work. I work on this probably between all of my accounts, I'd say well over 60 hours a week, if not more. It's always on my mind. Don't stress yourself out with a workload that you can't handle, man. I see a lot of YouTube coaches talking about record daily, every day, get out there and make a video. That's a lot to do. So just try to do what you can. If that's one video a week, if that's one video a month, that's fine. That is okay. I like to do shorts as well, because shorts will help you gain your followers. Don't neglect the short form content, because you can get out there in front of a lot of people really fast, and you can remix your YouTube videos into shorts if they don't do well, and that'll draw people back to your original video. So definitely make use of the other features. This channel, Super Vlogs with Phil, is all about having fun. I haven't niched down to anything. I'm not a coach. I just want to make videos to help you guys along the way, because I know a lot of you guys are interested in this, in YouTube and being a content creator, and I want to give you my advice, share my experiences with you early on. I'm not a big YouTuber, I'm not a big social media star. I've done pretty well overall, but you know, I'm not a big name, and I want to give you information from somebody that is telling you how it is, that's had the struggle, that's been through some challenges, that's still making things happen. I don't have a big budget, I don't have tons of money to spend. If you look at my videos, I'm going to local hiking trails, because I enjoy doing that, and it's free. I did take a recent day trip to New York City. I can't speak right now. I just took a trip to New York City, and I vlogged about that, so check that out if you haven't seen that yet. But this channel is just about having fun. It's not a how-to channel. There's a lot of those out there, and that's fun and all, but I want to do a little bit of everything. I want to talk about sneakers. I want to talk about food. Go on hikes and hiking trails. I like to be out in nature, but I also like the big city. I like New York City. I lived there for a decade, and I love to talk about that. I like lots of different things, so we're gonna just have fun on this channel. That's what it's all about, basically. So my point is don't get too caught up in being in a niche and only talking about that, because you have creative control. You can be as free as you want, and that's the beautiful thing about being a content creator versus being an actor or a news reporter or something else on camera, where a host, where you are working for someone else and you have specific rules and regulations that you have to follow. Not that there aren't rules with social media, obviously there are, but you are in control. You are the master of your destination. So get out there and press record and make it happen. Those of you that are new, that have new channels, please comment below with the name of your channel and what it's about in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you next time.